From 35, you deal with the issue of the blue lights and the registration of vehicles. Certain questions were posed to you in this regard, and you provided responses. However, I omitted to clarify one matter with you regarding specifically this issue, which the chair has granted me opportunity to now. Before I do so, can I check some issues with you? And I speak from a layman's perspective. All our vehicles are registered through or in the e-NATIS system. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
So, on my understanding, that system, and my use of the word system is in the broadest possible terms, the use of that system in itself has inbuilt a level of guarantee that I will not wake up tomorrow and find somebody is registered as owner of my car. Is that so?
It's happening. It's happening a lot. We deal with those complaints. We investigate those complaints. Okay. There are people who are able to get through the system and do that. In fact, it's one of the crimes that is costing that has made government to be flexible in terms of changing registration plates time to time, you see.
Okay.
But it's happening every day, everywhere. That's one of the challenges that we're having within the city of Ekurhuleni.
Okay, now you make me more worried than I was earlier this morning.
Yes.
But will you accept, or would I be correct to accept that it is not meant to happen that way?
Yes, yes.
So something is broken in the system. The system is not functioning as it was intended to function.
Yes, and remember, it's managed nationally.
Yes, no doubt.
Yes.
I was just asking to understand how it works so that I can pose my question. Then you just increased my worries. But nonetheless, let's now, against that background, turn to MAPA annexure file. And I want you to turn to page 92, and in particular, annexure JM 17 of MAPA file.
Page 75.
Page 92.
92.
The flag should read JM 17.
Oh, JM 17.
Yes.
92, JM 17. Oh, yes.
Thank you. We did. This is the letter of intention to commit on the letterhead of CAT VIP protection, and at page 93 it concludes, "Kind regards, Mr. Vusi Matala, CEO." You confirm?
Yes, yes.
And this is the letter that you had received from Mr. Vusi regarding the donation of the 4 vehicles referred to at page 92.
Yes.
That letter is unsigned.
Yes.
Okay. And that letter doesn't provide any detail that, on the reading of the document, would constitute proof of the fact that the cars listed in item 3, the 2 BMWs, the 1 Mercedes-Benz and the 1 VW Golf, are indeed owned by CAT VIP protection or Mr. Vusi Matlala, or that Mr. Vusi Matlala has got lawful authority over those vehicles. Do you accept that?
Yes, I accept. But I was listening to him at ad hoc. He has committed and agreed that, yes, I donated vehicles.
Yes.
Oh, it was that, yes.
Yeah, I just confined myself to the document as it stands.
Yes.
If I were to receive it, I would wonder whether he is able to donate the vehicles as he purports to at item 3, purely on the basis that this letter doesn't prove that he's the lawful owner of those vehicles. Correct?
Oh, yes, according to this.
Now, when we dealt with the issue, and I think Commissioner Baloyi asked you some questions on the registration of these particular vehicles into the name of the EMPD. You remember that engagement?
Yes, yes.
And my recollection earlier, you had said that after they had been registered in the name of Ekurhuleni Metropolitan Council or municipality, you received a call from the city's proxy, Mr. Christine, who said to you, and if I quote, hey, Baba, there are problems or complaints about these registrations, correct?
Yes, yes.
But by the time he called you, technically they had been effected. That's why there had to be a re-registration back to Mr. Matlala. They had been registered as vehicles belonging to the municipality by the time this problem arose, about which Mr. Christine had that conversation with you.
Yes.
Yes, to say that that registration must be reversed.
Yes.
Yes. When you received the letter of donation, and this is the letter you gave to Mr. Christine, together with the instruction to register based on the donation itself, correct?
Yes.
Should the commission understand that this unsigned letter of intention to commit by Mr. Musi Matlala, that doesn't even cite his ID number, to which formal documentation pertaining to these vehicles is not attached. And there is no other proof accompanying this letter that either Mr. Matlala or CAT VIP Protection Services own these vehicles, that it was possible for you to facilitate the registration of those vehicles. How did you accomplish that feat?
Can you repeat? Because you said, could the commission find? I was still waiting.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
When you facilitated the registration of the vehicles in the municipality's name,
Yes.
all you had was this letter, the donation. No, it's not even a donation letter because it's of intention to commit. That's all you had.
Yes. When I was called by Chris, the vehicles were registered.
Where before they are being registered. I'm trying to understand how the registration into the municipality's name occurred, and ask you whether, are you suggesting to the commission that this letter of intention to commit was sufficient to effect that registration?
Yes. When I went to Chris,
Yes.
on that day, I received face value. Yesterday I said papers, I forgot the name face value. Face value is the paper that is having your ID, everything, the name of the owner. It's a bluish, grayish or greenish document. We call it face value. But
we call it?
A face value paper.
Face value, okay.
Yeah, that's one of the things that it's having a challenge to. I know that I'm increasing the fears and what.
Yes.
Because most of the time they steal them and register. But I received that, which was accompanied by the ID number and everything, with the certified copy of the ID, which is having ID, our card IDs and everything, you see. But all those documents that I received, I submitted them as the original to IP. Because I even told them that I'm even having, they didn't ask about them. I even said, I'm even this document original. I gave it to IP. You can go and check, you will find them with the IDs and everything. But I saw in your attachments that they are there too. But all those documents about those vehicles, I took all of them to IP with the photos of IT as they were registered, as per required process.
Okay.
But I'm not part of that side. But I know when you register a car, because I've been one of different cars, you're supposed to do that.
Now, we know that the memorandum of understanding between concluded by you between Ekurhuleni Municipality, EMPD, I think it was, and CAT VIP, that was never approved.
Yes,
So it
yes,
did
yes.
not exist in reality.
Yes.
And it could not be relied upon to register the vehicles. So we accept that, correct? We couldn't rely on that MOU to transfer the vehicles.
Yeah, we rely on what is wanted. I agree.
And the only other document we have regarding the donation is this JM 17.
Oh, this one.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
And we know that we did not have an agreement of donation signed by the city manager as the policy provides.
As I clarified yesterday, it was on an initiation stage. It was on a beginning
No,
stage.
Sorry,
It was
your
not-
voice dropped.
Oh,
Say that again.
humble apologies.
Pull them towards
No, it's-
yourself more. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you. Please start. back.
humble I'm having answers I can't push. You see.
I know the challenge. Perhaps if you lean over.
Now, let me try to amplify my voice.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm saying it was at the beginning stage, you see. That's why it didn't even the question of, that's why you wanted the letter of commitment, because it was still dealing with the registration and everything. As I clarified yesterday, I know Commissioner Baloyi raised it many times with me, you see. But I'm still saying it was odd at that stage, you see. That's why Chris wanted, to me said, I only want this, you see, and I submitted this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then, looking at this annexure, clearly it does. Firstly, it's unsigned by Mr. Vusimatala.
I agree.
And I don't think any credible institution would accept this document for any purpose. It's unsigned. What's your comment to that?
Let me say it was a blind eye, and because it's writing CEO Vusi and the IDs and everything, they correspond with the name, you see. But I agree with you. Oh, you can hear me?
Oh, yes. No, I didn't want to make you repeat, so I
No, let me
apologize.
repeat.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had missed. You say it was a?
No, I'm saying this with the documents that were submitted, ID numbers and the papers at the process. I think maybe I agreed on that to confirm that the name and the surname and the ID copy or the certified ID copy. I think maybe it was because of that.
But this document doesn't speak to attachments. It doesn't say attached, please find certified copy of IDs. It doesn't say, please find, you call it face value. It doesn't say anything.
You're correct, you're correct.
So you obtained those separately from Mr. Matala
Yes, yes, yes.
with a pure intent to facilitate the transfer of the vehicles into the municipality's name.
Not to facilitate per se. Remember when...
It has to be, apologies.
Sorry?
I was saying it has to be facilitate because you had concluded that this document in and of itself will not accomplish that feat.
Facilitate, it means you're part of the other side, you're doing papers and everything. I didn't do that. I submitted.
You first obtained them from Mr. Matala
Yes,
in order to submit them
yes,
so that the registration can take place.
yes, yes.
And that's what I call facilitation. Will you accept that?
I don't want to commit myself to facilitation.
Now, in that time that you were doing all that, as you informed Commissioner Baloyi yesterday, these vehicles were still in Mr. Matala's possession
Yes,
and
yes.
in his use.
Yes, yeah, they were in Mr. Matala's position. I can't confirm that, but yes, they were in Mr. Matala's position.
Why was there a hurry to facilitate the registration if the municipality had not even been placed in possession of the vehicles at the time?
Yes, yesterday I said to the chair that there was this excitement, this say we are going to get cars, you see, and this happiness with me. At least I'm I'm bringing something to the city, something to the department, since there were challenges. That there was that excitement and say, at least there's something positive that I'm doing, you see.
So this
And I accepted to that to the chair when he said to
Okay.
me, you know, when you take decisions whilst you're in excitement, I said, no, it's a lesson I learned. You see.
So you then must, because you haven't, I don't think you have produced the documents that you say facilitated the registration of these vehicles.
No, I've said all the original I submitted to IPID when they were investigating. I gave it to them as they are.
So I then must put it to you that you say you did not fit the vehicles with the blue light.
Yes,
That's your contention.
yes.
But you must accept that you facilitated that process through the registration of those vehicles in the municipality's name in circumstances where the municipality did not have control over those cars. What is your comment to that?
My comment is that the first thing when this thing, there was noise, I said, but I didn't see these vehicles. They didn't see, and officers, if they see members of public with blue lights who are not supposed, they're supposed to arrest that person, you see, because I didn't see them. You see, no one has came to me with the red photos of saying, these focus 1, 2, 3, 4 are having blue lights.
Yes.
See, I've never, and no one has ever came to me. It's just media, and people that are raising. But physically, and them coming to me with the cars or photos, I've never, except that thing of blue lights with the wife and what, it's only that thing in social media. As I've said that's why I started to begin say, what's happening now? I started to be cautious. But after that, it was Mr. Mzolo, Mr. Christine. Then I could conclude in my mind. And as I've said that suspension, there's nothing that came to me. It was for the first time, and I appreciated to see documents with this commission.
Yes.
It was, in fact, transparent. I started to see, yeah. So there is documentation, and even the attachments that you gave it to me, I could see photos of Matlala registration plates and the registration and what those that are submitted to IPID. You see, but there's honestly, you see, that's what that's what pushed me to differ with my attorneys and say, no, at least it's transparent. I'm going to that commission. At least now I can have something.
You say that you are not, you say that your standpoint is any citizen, private citizen, driving a car with blue light has to be arrested. That's
So
your standpoint.
once stop him or her,
Yes.
blue lights, they must approve an appointment card and other papers. You see, it's an arrest or you impound the vehicle.
Okay.
Yes.
But thanks to your facilitation, that is not a risk Mr. Matala faced, because if that vehicle were stopped and checked, the records will show it as an EMPD vehicle. So he never ran that risk, and you knew that.
Now the appointment card must tell you that I'm an officer. You want an appointment card. Remember, officers, they don't wear uniform. You stop them. Once you stop them, in fact, it's happening. I did it many times. It's happening many times where you stop a police officer, appointed police officer, driving a private vehicle. If you want to confirm, you want we call it Amstelling or appointment card in English, it's an Afrikaans word, you see. Then you confirm the appointment card is an officer and what. If you are not even sure, you can, on a radio, we are able to connect to SAPS channel. In fact, the communication radio there is in all metros. It's linked to SAPS. There's a channel that to confirm the appointment card. Then they will confirm to, yes, this is an officer, you see.
And the system, you are able to check in A-Natus to see the ownership of that vehicle, can't you?
Yes.
And you actually do.
Yes.
And when that check returns a confirmation that it is owned by EMPD, it offers some level of protection for the occupants of that vehicle. It is an official EMPD vehicle according to E-Natus.
Yes, they were registered.
Yes.
Not EMPD to the city. Or it doesn't say, our vehicle, they don't say, if they're not marked, you can't confirm for the department. But our vehicles are saying the city of Ekurhuleni. They are registered with the city of Ekurhuleni by one proxy. But yes, I confirm they were registered to the city.
They were registered and used. So you say that even the police vehicles of the city of Ekurhuleni, it can never be determined that these are under the control of the EMPD directly used by police officers, and these are general council municipal vehicles used by everybody, including me, who happens to be employed.
May I clarify something to you?
Yes, please do.
We use vehicles of the city as EMPD. For example, like currently, 50% of the vehicles that we're using, because of challenges of vehicles, they belong to other departments, but they're not registered under those departments. Health, not different department, parks and what, but they are registered under the city of Ekurhuleni with one proxy. But if a vehicle is not marked, you can't determine that it's EMPD, not EMPD. That's why we are pushing that our vehicle must be marked. But with the challenges of finances, we prioritize buying than marking, because marking per vehicle is very costly, because must brand. Let me say branding per se. You must brand the whole vehicle. It becomes a challenge. I'm saying this because currently, as an acting chief, I was dealing with the issue with the fleet, the issue of buying vehicles. You see, we pushed them to be branded, but they said, no. Once we brand, it means that per that fleet of 40, 50, we must cancel or we must buy 35 and use the money of the other vehicles to brand. I said, no. We need vehicles. Give us tools of trade. Then in the next coming procurement, or what, you will assist us by putting branding. For now, you can put stickers. That's what it's marking. Just put on stickers. And those stickers, I must say, at any time you can move them. But it's so that members of public, when you stop them, they can say, at least this is EMPD. As I've said to you, now we can drive around the Ekurhuleni and you'll be stopped by a vehicle which is not even having a blue light. You see, because we don't have a tender for that as the city. You see, if it's not part of the 50 vehicles, those that are borrowed from other departments, you can't feed them with anything. It's just to take members from to the place of work. But the challenge that we have is that there must be another tender to put blue lights. It's a process that needs finance and finances. It's a challenge, it's a difficult challenge, but not because it's not doable, because there are no finances to do that. That's a challenge. To be prioritized to get tools of trade so that officers can go and do points, go and attend complaints and what. Then for patrolling crimes and what, we take those that have been marked vehicle. But once you stop that person with that car, it will say city of Ekurhuleni. It should confirm that it's registered under the city. I agree on that. But challenge is to confirm that exactly the department has become, it's not supposed to be that, you see. But because of challenges of finances and it is like that.
Okay. My question is, from your answer, I want to test if I'm understanding you correctly. EMPD officials have the right to use blue lights, don't they?
Police officers?
Yes.
Yes. But currently, let me explain. I'll take 1 minute. I know Bob Madlala doesn't want me to talk and move. Yes. Humble apologies, Chair.
Madlanga, not Madlala, please. Madlanga.
Ngicela ubize futhi.
Madlanga.
Onga. Humble apologies. I know that you have been defended my surname many times. Humble apologies, Chair. We are having security officers that are employed under the city or under EMPD. Let me specifically talk about department. Then we are having peace officers. Our peace officers are not like the one of the province. You see, those that are appointed as traffic wardens. Let me say traffic wardens. They do points, they attend to school points in the morning to assist school kids. You'll find them driving those vehicles. But to give them old cars. You see, but they're still marked. They're branded, per se. I don't know, because I invited the commission to go to the city. I don't know when they go, they said, Mkhwanazi, but you said this is not happening. It's happening because of challenges. Because in a party, there can be 5, 6 there, and at least they can attend 5 or 4 points. But we're pushing that There must be an officer.
Commissioner Mkhwanazi, I apologize. You recall that we are talking about blue light,
Yes,
not
yes.
branding.
Yes, I'm going
And my
there.
only question was EMPD officials, police officers are entitled to use blue light.
Or police officials, yes.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say we still have security officers and
And so I
traffic
say
wardens.
police.
Oh,
officers,
yes, yes, yes.
Police officers, they are entitled.
Yes, yes. If-
And
if-
they
if-
have exercised that right by
Yes.
installing blue light,
Sorry?
by installing blue light.
No, they don't install blue lights.
Or by having blue lights installed in their vehicles.
They are issued with cars that are having blue lights. They don't,
Okay.
partake,
They are
they
issued
don't
with-
partake in those processes. All of us, we don't partake in those processes.
Okay,
We are
okay.
being issued
Issued by who?
by the city and the department.
So the city is responsible for the installation of the blue lights.
Yes, yes. Prox.
Okay.
Prox is responsible for that, not the MPT.
When you say proxy, are you suggesting
Mr. Christine.
Mr. Christe
Yes.
is responsible for installing blue lights in vehicles?
Yes, yes.
So how does Mr. Christe know which vehicle to fit with blue lights and which not?
Remember, he's the one who's procuring vehicles. He's mastering in that. He knows that I've bought or procured 40 vehicles in this financial term. Those vehicles, as I explained, in terms of the finances, budget must be like this. Deals with budgeting and everything with his team. You see, that we are going to install 40 of them with this amount. After that tender, there's nothing that is happening. I think so. But it's the one that master it, and he has been doing it for years.
Mr. Matala, can I make this comment to you?
Yes. Yes.
To have you the money for the mistake?
Thank you for taking me to
Ma-
that level.
No, not that level. I apologize for the error.
I'm sure it's not a Freudian slip, Commissioner.
I apologize, Commissioner Mkhwanazi. The letter is open in front of me and my eye fell on the name. I didn't mean to do so. My comment to you is, in your testimony this morning, you are desperately trying to place as much distance between the vehicles of the EMPD, between yourself and the vehicles of the EMPD. That is, you are trying very hard to do that. And that is why you suggest that all vehicles are registered as owned by the city only and have got no association with EMPD.
Now they got association. Once the vehicle are registered, bought by the city, once they're issued to the department, it becomes the responsibility of a department.
And that way they get associated with the department.
Yes, once they're issued.
Yes.
Once they're issued to the,
Yeah.
not associated. Your wording is putting me say association and issued is two different things. Once they're issued or once they are handed to the department,
Okay.
there's handing over ceremony where we receive all our fleet.
Okay.
Yes.
Like the 4 donated vehicles are issued to EMPD.
No, they were not issued to MPT. They were not issued to MPT. I've said we didn't receive those vehicles.
Oh,
They were not physically issued. to
but they were
MPT.
intended to be issued.
Yes,
to
yes.
EMPD.
Yes.
So they would be strictly for use by EMPD.
Yes.
And therefore, they would be able, that would assist whoever is able to fit in blue lights on the basis that it's for the use by EMPD. I'm not saying facilitated by EMPD, but that would enable them to do so.
Don't be technical.
Oh,
You are.
I thought it's
You
technical issues.
You are.
So,
Repeat that statement. I will stop you and may you please. That's where I want to stop you and want you to change the wording. Today you want me to hang myself to the commissioners.
okay. I have no interest in you hanging yourself. In fact, you still have a lot of assistance to render to the commission. So I would desperately not wish for you to hang yourself. What I'm saying is you facilitate the transfer of the vehicles. You go out of your way to obtain the documents necessary for that effort. In circumstances where Mr. Matala, in informing you of the intention to commit through this letter, did not give you the requisite documents because you knew those vehicles would be for the use of EMPD. Now you want to dissociate yourself from that close relation between the vehicles and the EMPD by suggesting that firstly they get registered to the city and then internally in the city they are distributed to EMPD. That's what you're trying to do.
I agree with your latter or with your 2 or 3 last words.
Okay.
The facilitation, I contested it. Me, I approached, not I facilitated. But I don't distance myself from the relations because it's me who went to Chris. I accepted even yesterday that I went to Mike Van Veek, I went to Chris, not to Chris, to Mr. Matlal, Mr. Matlal. I agreed and accepted.
Okay.
And confirmed to commissioners that I did.
So will you then accept a proposition that to the extent that Mr. Matala was able to fit blue lights?
I'm not sure about that.
No,
I've said that you didn't see them.
I haven't finished this.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
starting. And I say to the extent that he was able to do so. Okay? That became possible because facilitated the registration of those vehicles into the city's name. Will you accept that?
You said that can be possible. You are not saying he has done that. I agree with that can be possible.
Yes.
Because even Commissioner Baloyi yesterday, when he was pushing, say, you are not sure when we are, and I agree to that. You see, with what was the car doing, what was happening, you see there, I agreed to that because I didn't see the cars physically. And I'm still saying, no one came to me with the exact proof of those vehicles and said, these are the vehicles. We are charging for 1, 2, 3, 4 vehicles. And we found this vehicle, we arrested or we stopped the person with these ID numbers and I'm stealing numbers and everything. Because officers are having pocketbooks. Anything that you are having a challenge with, you note. Anything that you suspect, you note. So that if when that person wants to come with litigations, we are able to defend and say, no, but at this time, I stopped this person, it's Julius Mkhwanazi with this ID number, some with this car which is having blue light. There's nothing like that happened, except media, gossips and what, and now this, you see, it has led to us to sit in this commission.
May I clarify?
Yes.
You remember I started my statement with the words, to the extent that Mr. Matlala may have done so.
We said possibly.
Yeah, if
Now you're
Mr.
changing.
Matlala, I said to the extent he may have done so, it was through your facilitation, through the registration of these vehicles in the city's name. And I'm not saying he did. I'm saying if it is found that he did, that was made possible by your action here of driving this registration of vehicles in the city's name in circumstances where the city was not even in possession of those vehicles. Will you, you can at least accept that.
May I say something to the commission?
Yes.
I, Julius Mkhwanazi, I didn't facilitate any process of installing, putting, and branding those vehicles. Installing blue lights or facilitating in terms of putting blue lights or branding those vehicles. I did not do that. What I did is to approach Chris so that we can have an add into our fleet. And that I accept. And I approach Bus, that I accept. And I've accepted maybe 2 hours yesterday. Even now, I still say that. I do accept that. Not the one of putting blue lights, installing blue lights and what. That is not within my powers.
Thank you, Mr. Matlala. Commissioner Kumano?
Mkhwanazi.
Am I back there again?